Welcome back to Spectrums, everyone. Please help us welcome our next guest, President and CEO of the Zoological Society, Dr. Robert Davis. I got you walking in on.
Old school.
Ain't nothing wrong with old school.
Sympathy, I don't mind, cousin me.
Yeah, well, Spectrums just had a moment.
Right.
I think we all did.
Welcome, Dr. Davis. What an honor it is to have you on our stage.
Well,
I just want to say, CEO and president makes you seem all buttoned up and like corporate.
He normally
but I
is
see
with
you
the
at
bow
a lot of events
Be
in
careful
the city.
now. Be careful.
No, I'm not saying
No,
clubs
I'm
like
Oh,
Onyx.
no, we're not gonna-
I'm not saying Onyx, but I've seen you at a lot of. But I haven't seen you there. But I
Okay.
have seen you at a lot of different events. How do you
Yes.
get your hand out into the community that way?
Well, my responsibility as being the president and CEO of the Zoological Society, I basically am the face of the zoo. And one of the things that I've been very, very involved with throughout my professional career is involving our community being the black community, in all the things that I think we should be involved in. And so the zoo is one of the best cultural assets, institutions that we have here in Milwaukee. And so I want all of our children of color to experience it. So the one way that I know that we can do that is sometimes they say you build it and people will come. That's not necessarily the
That's
case
true.
with us. And that's not
You have to
necessarily
drag
the
'em
case with
there.
everybody. You have to go to the people.
That's true.
And say that this place is designed, it's built, and it's for you. And so that's what I do each and every day.
Okay.
You started as a veterinarian,
Yes.
and so how did you transition into the president of the Zoological Society?
It was about a 20-year transition, but I would like to step back
Okay.
to a conversation that you guys had. I was
Take us on
listening
a
to the young lady who was in the audience, and she was trying to explain why Botox is a toxin, and she is absolutely correct.
Yes.
It is a toxin. All of us have at some point in our lives had food poisoning. And food poisoning comes from a bacterium called Clostridium botulinum.
Oh.
And so they take the extract of when Clostridium actually poisons an individual. They take that extract and they actually inject it into the skin. Now, why and how,
Yikes.
I can't go into any of that.
Yeah.
But she was absolutely correct. That's exactly what
Okay,
that Botox comes from.
Wow, so you're a doctor in every area of
No,
the...
no, no, no,
You know it all.
no. I just happen to know that. But one of the things that I've been able to do is I started off as a veterinarian, and animals are my passion. And I can remember back the first time I ran across, from Chicago, when I ran across a golf course with the white golfers, because most of them were white back then, yelling and screaming at me, chasing their balls because I was trying to get to a pond that had frogs. So I've always loved animals and always had a passion for animals. But subsequently realized that one of my callings, one of my passions is not just animals, but our children. So I'm very happy to see at least there's one youngster in the audience. But the way I realize that we can really reach our kids is through being able to have access, influence, power. That gives you impact. And so as a CEO, I've been able to, through just being here almost 6 years, I've been able to help create programs that are effective and that are positive. Now, as a veterinarian, I could have been making a whole lot more money than I'm making now.
Really?
Yeah, really.
People bring those out.
So what would
Really?
what would you transfer into that position if your passion is animals? You would be making more money. What would bring you into becoming the CEO of the Zoological Society?
Well, let's just say that I've been fortunate that when I was raised, that the impetus for me being a professional was not based on money solely.
Mission driven.
Now, money is very much a factor, and I'm not going to say that I'm poor. I make a pretty good wage. But when I said I'd be making a lot more money, I would be focused primarily on my practice. Most of my friends are millionaires that are veterinarians that graduated with me, and I'm not a millionaire. But they have not done what I've done.
Yeah.
They've not seen what I've seen. I've been all over the world, and
It's more fulfilling.
it's fulfilling.
Yeah.
And so I'm actually fulfilling a passion.
And you get to actually be around the people and not just the animals.
Right. And even though the zoo is really crazier with the people,
Yeah, right.
Get crazy.
the children do provide some kind of inspiration. So what I've been able to do throughout my career is build upon the strengths that I have, seek training in areas that I don't have. And for those of us those are the people who follow you in the audience, I mean, that's one of the things that I would want someone to walk away with from my interview and the rest of them, and that is, none of us are equipped with everything. It's kind of interesting to listen to you ladies talk about Botox and what you need to do.
Right. Because y'all keep correcting me on it was not harmful.
Yes, we know now.
That's okay. It's harmful.
We do know now. But the point to this is God has blessed us to be individuals, and we all are, but we are not perfect.
Right.
And if you want to excel in something, then you have to realize the things that you're good at, and those things that you don't have skills that you go out and you find them.
Yes.
And that's what other cultures have been able to do, and they've actually monopolized on that. That's one of the things that we as black people have not.
Yes.
We think that we can go and get help in areas, but we don't realize, but we need to in areas that we need to get help in so that we can be a complete person.
Yes.
Exactly.
So I've been very fortunate in the fact that I've been able to do all the stuff that I've been able to do and still live a fulfilling life. Yeah, I do get out. I mean, when I was in veterinary school and I was the only person up in my entire complex at Tuskegee down in Alabama, historically black college, shameful plug. and I was the only person up studying. I realized that that's what I had to do because I want to become a doctor.
Yes.
And that's what you got to do. You got to work hard. But I also go by the credo: work hard, play hard.
That's right.
And so that's
why we see you.
That's why all three of you
Yes.
see me out.
Dr. Davis was at my birthday party, but he wasn't even there.
Right.
He was at the party, but wasn't at the party.
We're not.
Yeah.
I belong to a college fraternity. I'm an Alpha Phi Alpha member,
Okay.
and
Another shameless plug.
another shameless and one of my fraternity brothers from Chicago was actually up here for another party, and I had to be in Chicago, and I told him about Becca's birthday party, and unbeknownst to me, I wish I could take full credit for it, but I told him to go and just say hello. But being the brother that he is, he went and actually bought a drink and had a toast, and I mean, it touched her because she
Played hard.
She immediately, sent me a text and hit me up on Facebook saying, I really appreciate that. And so those are the kind of people that I like to associate myself with because we're all positive, and that's what it's all about.
So being at the president of the Zoological Society, and you have this passion for animals, do you ever sneak off and go kick it with the animals?
Wow. I hope not. Dr. Doolittle. Ride on the elephant.
Here's the deal about that. You can't kick it with most zoo animals. They be kicking you.
Right, kicking y'all.
So,
maybe just the birds.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, but I will tell you that, life as we know it for each and every one of us in this room, except for the little guy over there, is pretty doggone stressful. And one of the things that I do when I get pretty stressed with people is I just walk out my door and my blood pressure comes down, and I'm able to actually kind of refocus back on what I need to do.
Do you have any new and exciting things that you're planning at the zoo?
I'm glad you asked that.
Yes.
I can hear the music coming up. How am I get it in? Okay, May 28th, the Memorial Day weekend, we have actually 3 things that are going to be, as you say, popping off. And one of them is we just got a $1 million grant from Coles Foundation to do public education in a theater setting. So we've hired actors, we've got puppets. They're going to be doing song and dance and poetry for the public, primarily geared towards younger people, but all audiences are welcome. It's absolutely free. The wonderful thing about that is that we get a chance to take it into the community in October. Any community organization or school within a 10-mile radius of the zoo, we go to your school, your community center for free.
That's awesome.
Right.
So remember,
the whole production will go to the school.
Well, a part of the production.
Okay.
A modified.
A modified version of the production will go to the school.
Okay.
So you can call 414-258-2333 or www.zoosociety.org to get that information.
And there's Zoo a la carte.
And then Zoo a la carte.
Yes.
That's the Milwaukee
Carte.
County Zoo feast for 4 days. That's in the end of August.
Great.
And we also, we're going to have a butterfly exhibit that will open that weekend. And the butterfly exhibit will last through Labor Day.
Cool.
And last but not least, we will be opening a new extension to one of our primates exhibits called the bonobos. Bonobos are actually our closest relatives. They're even closer to us than the chimpanzees in terms of phylogenetic.
I need to see a bonobo then.
Yeah.
And they don't have big booties either. So
I was going to get them some Botox.
Right.
no. They're fine. That's the problem. See, they don't need it. They're fine. This is it.
They don't have a big
Dr.
booty, but it's
Davis,
blue.
thank you for being here. And if I don't attend any event, I'll be at the a la carte.
Okay.
I will
We'll
be
look
there.
to see you there.
Yes, thank you
Okay,
so
guys,
much.
we'll be right back.